There are many considerations should keep in mind when deciding to use a base enumeration, and some of these guidelines should be followed. Let's take a look at some considerations for when you are creating base enums. First, you should consider the length. We should define and use enums when a field or variable can have a fixed number of predefined outcomes. If there might be a variable number of a user-defined outcome, it's recommended that you may want to use a table instead. If you want to make an enum mandatory on a table, you'll make the first outcome with the value 0 as none and set the label property to not selected. Most enums can be regarded as specialized types and should be used directly. Some enums like no, yes, and table group all can be regarded as more general types that can be specialized by using extended data types. If you want a default value for your base enumeration, the value of 0 must be used or you will need to add code to the appropriate table, form, or other artifact where the defaulting must occur. And lastly, if you're going to delete an enumeration, modify an existing enumeration, or its values, you should consider the data related to that enumeration. You will need to determine whether it has been used in persistent storage or in existing tables, and if the old data must be taken into account. Additionally, let's review some more best practices for working with enums and constants. First, you should always access a constant using an enumerator. You'll never use numeric constants instead of enums, and you'll never use other constants instead of enums. You do not make Boolean tests on enum fields, and lastly, never use relational operators on enums. Never compare or assign to enums of different types. Do not expect enumerators to have a numeric value in the range of 0. All enums should have labels. And lastly, enum order should not change.